All right, here's the 3 key points. First one is you got to know your process. Okay, you got to know your point for the call, what you're trying to accomplish. Now, everybody's going to tell you, well, what I want to accomplish is I want to get a sign up. I want them to sign up. Yeah, that works really good, but it's never going to happen on the first call the first time, at least rarely. Okay, so you're going to have to know your process. And a lot of network marketers stumble because they really don't understand the process of what they're going through. They want a really simple, I do A, B, C, D, E sign up. Doesn't work like that exactly. Now, there is A, B, C, D, and E, but you got to take the time to listen to people, to identify where they're at so you can identify the next step of the process you want them to go to. That's why you have to know your process, because you want to be able to listen and identify the next step that you want them to take. I'll tell you my process. I start out by talking to somebody. I find out, where they're at, what they're looking to do, where their problems are. And I just feel out, is this the type of person that's going to be right for the industry? And do they already realize that they need something? Are they looking for more? Or is there a point there where I can prompt them to start looking for more? So it starts with listening. And a lot of the simple stuff is I'm talking to them. I find out there's a need. I just say, hey, man, if there was a legitimate way for you to make extra money and break free from the system, is that something you want to look into? Now, if they say yes, that's gold. You got it right there. But that's where a lot of network marketers start to mess up too, because the second they get it, the next thing that comes out of their prospect's mouth is go ahead and tell me about it. And then you start throwing up all over them. That's when you need to suddenly get busy and need to get off the phone, but you have the next step in the process that you're going to do. What you're going to do, or what I do, okay? Yours is going to may be different. This is just what I do. What I do is I then send them to one of my capture pages. Now, what a capture page is, it's like a gatekeeper that people have to go through before they get to your presentation. And you ask them for their name, email, and phone number, and that's so you can get with them and follow up with them after the process. Now, I also set up email autoresponders, so once somebody signs in there, over the course of the next couple of weeks, they're going to get driplets of emails from me talking more about my business, different key points, poking at different things, warming them up, getting them through multiple presentations. Now, on the other side of that capture page is actually my own presentation. And you should have your own presentation too. The faster you can get to doing your own presentations and away from sending somebody to somebody else's presentations, the faster you're going to find success. After that process, then it's a matter of getting back in touch with them. And, it's as simple, it's almost cliche at this point, but you ask them, what'd you like about what you saw? Then you shut up and listen. And they're going to tell you. And then what you're going to do is you're going to ask them to tell you more. And you're going to listen to where they may have problems, the things they like, and the things they don't like. And you don't jump out of the gate starting to overcome objections. Okay. At the right point, and you're the one to determine that, you find out where they're at, and then you ask them again to clarify it. Like if somebody says, oh, that looks good, but, I'm just really cynical about that. I don't think it's for me. The next thing out of your mouth should be, well, tell me more about that. I'll go, well, I just, that get one, and, it looks like it's going to work, but I know it doesn't. I just, it doesn't work out in perfect reality, and, I just don't think it's for me. My next response would be, well, if it didn't work out perfect in reality, but it still produced results, do you think that would be something that you're open to or not? And they're going to go yes or no. Ooh, now you got to know. That just stopped it right there. So you're going to ask them to explain it more. At some point, you're going to get an open where you've let them talk. You've let them explain the deeper reasons, because the first reasons they give are going to be cliche, simple objections. And I don't do the have an objection, overcome, have an objection, overcome. I prefer to have an objection and let them explain it more and explain it more. And 9 times out of 10, if there's a real desire there, they're going to explain it away on their own. Okay? And you know your process. You're exposing to them more and more and more. It's not just a one phone call and it's done. It's what's the next place to this point? Is it another person's webinar? Is it a three-way call? Is it your own again? You know, you need to identify in your own process where you're going next. And that comes by listening and doing what I call chunking down. Just asking, have them clarify it more. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? You know, and at some points you're going to rephrase what they said to see if you got it right. And that shows that you're an active listener and you have no idea the amount of rapport that you're going to build with people, because by the end of the conversation they feel like they know you and you know them and they've known you their whole life. At that point, then you're starting to get ready for a sign up. And then the last one is, whatever you do, don't be desperate. Okay? That's why when they say, well, tell me more about it, you get busy and you let them go to your capture page. Don't portray the idea that they're your only one and they're going to make or break your business and you need them. You need to flip the script. They need you. You don't need them. If you're desperate and you think, oh, I got one on the line, let's go, this is my one, you're going to blow it. But if you're coming from a mentality of, man, I got millions of people out there. I got tons of leads coming in. I have lots of people that want what I got, and I can help them get there, then you're not going to be desperate. Don't ever let that person think that, that they're your only one. This is one business where the customer is not always right. In fact, if they think you don't need them, that's when their interest is piqued. That's when they want to do more. Okay? Now, later on, I'll go into some trainings on closing. But in the beginning, you got to know your process. I like taking the offline world and bringing them online so I can control the process better. When you're talking to people, you got to listen. Don't blow up on them with your opportunity. Don't throw it in front of their face. You got back-end systems that take care of showing them the opportunity. Your job is to build rapport and get to know them and understand them. And then don't be desperate. If you guys can get these first key points and start working them into your business, understanding your own process, listening to your prospects and not being desperate, you're going to see a lot of growth in your organization. Now, if you want to learn more about my process, if you want to learn more about how to do what I was talking about online so you can, give somebody a link offline and they're going to your stuff where it's you and not some company or some cheesy pitch line, go ahead, go to my website and sign in. You can click the link below. I have no problem showing you how to do that. So from here on out, guys, I'll see you next week with next week's tip. I'm going to get into more on closing. And you go out, you rock it, build your business. I'll see you guys later. Have a great one. Peace. Jeremy out.